Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Radio Free NeoTerra. As a special episode, I'm here with Owen from Gaming with the Cooler, and he was lucky enough to bring back this from Adepticon, which is a copy of Human Sphere N3. So we're going to do a little series on his channel and my channel featuring the new missions from Human Sphere N3 that you haven't seen spoiled already. Now, one of them, which is Engineering Deck, was released for the Operation Flamestrike campaign, and you can watch that up in the playlist. It was a game between me and Owen with his military orders, Ma Yu Ching.
Yep.
And today we're playing Rescue, which is Mission 2, and it's a bit bananas.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So basically what this one is there's a huge panic happening. A bunch of civilians are getting caught in a war zone, and we are trying to get our civilians out while leaving yours to die.
So, our people are more valuable?
I guess. And it requires 8 new tokens, which are civilian tokens. You can use the special, HVT models like the O12, the bootleg range. That's right, yeah. All those miniatures to do it, or any sort of like 25 mil civilian miniatures. What we're using, just to be clever, is actually some silhouette tokens, which are super handy because they look like people, but they're nondescript. They don't interfere sort of with looking at the game state. And 2 have to be placed at the very limit of your the dead zone is what it's called?
Yeah.
It's 8 inches from the center line.
There's a zone of exclusion and then there's the dead zone.
That's right.
So it's the same zone of exclusion it always is, that 16 inches, like 8 outside of the middle.
That's right.
And then there's a 4-inch dead zone.
And they have to be in the edge between, basically, inside the exclusion zone, touching the dead zone. Yeah. And the other 2 you can place as long as they're on that same line anywhere you want. And you do that during deployment. Now, they have to be basically grabbed. You get into base-to-base with them. You make a willpower test, and you sync with them. And it's like a G-servant or G-sync person. They'll follow you around when you make a move order.
Yeah.
But you can't do it if you're part of a fire team, if you have a servant, or if you're synced already. So it's interesting because...
Or if you're a remote.
Or if you're a remote, that's right, yeah. Because they don't listen to robots. They're like, I don't believe you, robot!
Or if you're in a coordinated order. You can't coordinate.
Yeah, you couldn't grab a whole bunch of them at the same time.
Yeah.
So to make it interesting, you have to go up, you have to convince them to come with you, basically. You have to talk them into doing it.
And if you fail, they run away.
They run away and just take off. So you have to show them your badge, I guess, and be like, no stranger danger, come with me. And then get them the most points. It's 4 VPs if you get them into your deployment zone. So you want to have more of the civilians in your deployment zone than your opponent has in his deployment zone at the end of the game. You also want to have more in your dead zone, so the 4-inch strip between the zone of exclusion and the deployment zone. So you have to get at least 1 into that. And then you still want to have more in the zone of your zone of exclusion, because yours start in his zone of exclusion on his side of the table, and you have to pull them back into yours. So you need to get at least 3 in to score, and more than your opponent. And they have to be synced to someone at the end of the game. So if you kill the guy holding them, then they drop, basically, and they're not controlled anymore.
Specialists can sync 2, normies
That's right.
can sync 1.
Can sync 1. So it's going to be interesting because the book giveth and the book taketh away. So we have all these cool fire teams and Harris teams and sync troops and stuff that the rules are in Human Sphere N3 for, but they can't really complete this mission. Or you have to break the link or whatever it is to go and actually convince these guys to come with you. So I like it a lot because it's super narrative. It's got a story. You're trying to convince these civilians to come with you while in a firefight, basically. And then to make it even more interesting, smoke, fire, zombie plague, whatever is in the middle is happening. Everything in the zone of exclusion is difficult terrain and a saturation zone. So there's smoke keeping you from being able to shoot your -1 burst, and you're also basically moving only your first movement skill, which is crazy. So it's going to make it hard to get through and get people.
Unless you have multi-terrain of any type. If you have any kind of terrain ability, it says that you can ignore it.
You can just ignore it. So anytime multi-terrain or any terrain ability. So it's just any terrain ability.
Especially the terrain, in brackets, any, or multi-terrain.
Right, so you have multi-terrain.
0G guys are just like,
that's right. Sure, there you go. I used for the Santiagos. You're done, perfect.
They're great now.
They are great now. They were actually great before, but now they have like grenades and stuff too.
No, now they all got nanopulsers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they all flamethrowers. They got cheaper too.
martial arts.
Silly.
Silly. Oh, and I got +1 CC.
I hate your Space Marines. They're stupid.
They're just better.
So, in typical fashion, we're going to have an internecine war here, and I'm going to be playing NeoTerra, the Space Cops, and you're going to be playing your military orders. So we don't trust you. You don't trust us. They're not Space Cops. You're not Space Cops. You've come to convince people to go your direction. I've come to convince mine to come to jail.
Yeah, but we brought doctors, so
that's right.
We're the ones that they should go.
It's all protesters or something. There's like a whatever the G12 summit, the O12 summit is happening right now, and your protesters and my protesters have gotten into a fight, and I'm trying to rescue mine, and you're trying to rescue yours.
Everybody, and then we have to go in and pull them out.
Right. While you're shooting cops and I'm shooting monks, it's going to be fantastic. Yeah. So anyway, we'll show you the armies. Now the other thing we're doing is we're featuring new stuff from Human Sphere N3. So I've got some stuff in my NeoTerra army I couldn't normally do. You've got some stuff in your...
I have a lot of stuff in mine.
Your army that you couldn't normally do. Mostly new profiles for you. It's a new profile for me, but it's not actually a new model, and that's just orcs. Because I can take orcs now in NeoTerra, which you could not take before at all, and they can harass, which is pretty exciting. So we're going to show you the current forces. We'll show you the table setup, which was provided by formerly Brush for Hire Studios, now Death Ray Designs. This is all Death Ray Designs terrain. You'll see this at our tournaments when you come to one of mine or Owen's tournaments. And there's also a couple of other bits and pieces of Bandua building stuff, but it's mostly by Death Ray Designs. And we'll show you the setup. We'll show you where we're going to be putting our markers, deployment, and we'll get started. So here's Owen's 300 points of military orders. Walk me through what you got.
So we've got Joni. Obviously, she is still the same as she was before. To the left, we've got a Dr. Hospitaler, who no longer has his multi-rifle. He now has a combi rifle, as he's gone down in points. That's what he got. We have 2 Montessas. The one with both crosses is a Spitfire, and the other one is a heavy rocket or light rocket launcher. Sorry, and they're a fire team duo. And then we have a Trauma Doc with 2 Palbots, and then we have a Link team of 5. The green skirt is a heavy rocket. The lesser green skirt is a paramedic. The blue skirt is a normie. Then we've got a Spitfire, who's not the MSV version, so he's linkable, and Constantinos,
who is an MSV with all kinds of good stuff. And this back here is your HVT.
Correct.
Cool. Now for your 2, placeable civilians, we'll be using these guys right here, which are some Warsenal camo tokens. We'll walk you through that when we show you the table. Here's my 300 points in NeoTerra. I have 2 combat groups, one of which is 3 Fusiliers. There's a Normie, a FO, and a Paramedic. Then I've got a 10-man primary squad with 3 bolts, 1 with a Spitfire, 2 with drop bears. They're in a fire team, a core fire team, and then I've got a Harris fire team of 3 orc troops. These 2 have combi rifles, and this one has an HMG. Then I have 2 auxilias, who are both FOs, with their little Oxbots. I have a machinist, and I have a total reaction Sierra HMG. Down here is my O12, he's my HVT, and he'll get placed during deployment as well. All right, and here is our table set up for rescue. Now we have 2 automatically placed civilians. These are, of course, going to be Owen's because they're in this half of the table. If he picks it, they'd be Owen's if he picks my half of the table I'm standing on right now over here. The other ones you get to place, but they have to be placed on the edge of the zone of occlusion and not inside the dead zone, which is back here. Now, the other things to remember about this mission is that you have the standard sort of 12-inch deployment. This central zone is difficult ground, so it means that everyone uses their second move skill, and when you hit it, you stop. So when you get through the dead zone, you get through that 4 inches right there, it has to be a new order to go inside it. So it basically shorts you one of your moves as you hit the zone and have to go inside it afterwards. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to roll off right now, and we get 1 classified each, and we'll choose our zones. We'll place our civilian models appropriately. All right, willpower test.
Nope.
Nope. Again.
Nope.
Yes. Yay! All right. Well, I'm pretty happy with your side, so we're going to go over there. So Owen has decided he's going to take first turn as he gets turn order after choosing deployment. Now he's got to place his guys on the 16-inch line, basically, inside the zone of occlusion. So we'll measure those in a second. Now, when you read the book, our copy, we'll have to check. I don't know if other printings are like this. They forgot to change one of the 2 listings from centimeters to inches. So it says 12 by 20. It actually means 8 because 20 centimeters is 8 inches. It's talking about 12 inches from the edge and then from the center line 8 inches. There is no measurement of 20 that works. If you look at the diagram, that's all it is. So when you read 12 inches by 20 for the 2 civilians that have to go in the corners, basically, it actually should read 12 by 8. I'm sure that'll get fixed at some point. Luckily, Owen and I both know that the game is converted from centimeters to inches, so that diagram then made sense with the text. So Owen choosing to place one of his here. This is a compulsory one. One of his here. This is the other compulsory one, and he is deploying first. So he'll deploy the rest of his army, minus his reserve mini. All right, Owen's initial deployment is 2 Montessas, 2 Palbots to go tack wounds back on them. Palbot's little minder over here, hanging out to yell at them to do things. Constantinos Link, his HVT, and then the Combi Knights Hospital, or Joni's in reserve, as you do. So now I get to deploy, and we'll show you my deployments and reserve minis. All right, so I deployed. We've got Bolt Link, Spitfire, Drop Bears, Link Leaders right there. We've got Orc Link, HMG, 2 Combi Rifles. Link Leader will be this one right here. We have Machinist, we have TR Bot, we have, this is a FO to put over a repeater. This is just a regular Fusilier. I forgot, actually, I didn't have a paramedic. I looked at my list again. I had a hacker. So it's a hacker, and then one of my auxiliaries is over here. My other civilian is right here, and then my third one is right here. Owen is deployed as reserve mini afterwards, which is Joni, and she's gonna be right over here. My reserve was a G-Sync auxiliary. I'll deploy him right now. So I've used a token to drop your order pool down to 8, and we are on turn 1. Orders going to the fire team duo Montesas over here.
Yep, link leader.
Okay, so Spitfire's the link leader.
And he is just going to walk to the corner to look at Mr. Combi there.
Okay, and he's doing his second short skill, which is 4. Sorry, second short move, which is 4. Yeah.
No, they all have multi-terrain.
Oh, and multi-terrain, so they
jungle,
are completely.
so
Got
they're
it.
just
So they're
wandering
fine.
around.
Perfect. All right, so peeling himself out, he's going to be able to see these 2 orcs, and they're going to shoot you. So with the saturation zone in between, you're going to get 2 and 1. You're going to do
both combis, right?
They're both combis, yeah.
I'll do 2 in that guy.
2 in that guy, okay. I'll get 1 shot on an 8. You'll get 1 shot on a 14.
This will be
or
the
2 shots,
and the
yeah,
other
on a
guy.
14.
10 to 9.
Crit. Don't crit, so hit me twice.
Spitfire.
Okay, arm 7 right now, so 8 plus, 2 times. Unconscious. Good job, fellas, coming out strong. And then it's 1-on-1.
Yep. 14 against 8.
8.
9.
Missed, so another one, 7 plus, 8 plus. Do it. Guts test. Passed. Another order for them.
Dr. Spitfire is just going to stand there, and his friend is just going to
Dirt along
be
behind.
also there.
Okay. Do it again. You get 3, I get 1.
6, 6, 11.
8. Nope, so you hit me
3 times.
3 times. Okay. So 8 plus again. I'm going to take 2, unconscious. This is going again.
Oh, I love that we got buffed. It's fantastic. I can walk right up this road
Sure can.
until somebody reveals. So he's going to walk in the alleyway,
Okay.
and his friend's going to walk along the back edge.
Kurt, second skill, moving up a little bit more.
Just a little bit, because I don't want to be seen by that bolt quite yet. I think I'll see him as soon as I reach the corner of this building.
Cool.
So I'm just
Gonna
going to
follow along. Yep. Yep.
He's just going to move up to this corner.
Cool.
And I think he can see the first one? Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. I
Okay.
can see your base anyway.
Cool. He's going to, while you do your first short skill for the other guys.
Yeah. He'll just move a little bit further.
Sounds good.
Stay.
Okay, we're going to dodge.
Okay.
3 shots on 14.
17s.
Yeah,
They're not
17s. Okay.
10.
Need an 11. Nope. 13 plus on 2. Nope, unconscious. Worth noting, this does not break the link because it was not the link leader, and you can go down to 2 members now. Another order?
Yep. He is just going to, you know what? He's going to walk across the street and go right into this little corner here.
Cool.
And his friend's going to move up to where he was.
Both bolts are going to take shots into him. They're putting 2 into my Spitfire and 1 to the combi rifle. So Spitfire hitting you at +3, so he'll be hitting on 16s.
Okay. I'm on 14 still. 12.
Don't cancel anything. So arm 5, 10 plus. Unconscious. And the other one?
Miss.
Hit.
Armor 4. Fine.
6th order.
I'm going to give it to these 2 again.
Okay.
And he's just going to walk up along the barrel.
Okay.
And he's going to walk into the barrel.
Okay, we will shoot you with him. So 16 to hit for me, because you are now within 16 inches.
14s. 13. There it is.
There it is. Chance order for him.
And he's just going to also be there. You know what? Yeah. I'll just stay there.
Okay.
Whatever.
One again.
13, 12.
1.
1, 2, 3.
Uh-oh. New dice dash.
1, 2.
Unconscious. Dead. And that bolt is gone. Order, yep.
Same guys.
Okay.
He's going to poke out to see that HMG.
Going after the
I'm
HMG.
just rolling really good.
You are rolling really good.
Yep. And he'll go right there.
Okay. Mr. HMG is going to shoot you.
Okay.
So you get 14s.
13.
12 cancels your 6, so I take 1 hit. I'm a 14. You're not in cover.
I'm not.
1 armor roll. 7 to 17. 9, I'm good. Make a guts test. I'm happy.
Yeah, I use
using
a
your
special
lieutenant.
order to do a coordinate order.
Sure.
I'm gonna break this link.
Okay, and put them on suppression.
No, I'm gonna make him the spearhead,
Okay.
and they're gonna move as the first short skill, and he's gonna go into cover. His sword is obnoxious, so his facing is backwards.
Okay.
Because I didn't realize
You'll probably have to go back further to be a 3rd. There you go.
Okay. And he's just gonna be in cover as well, despite his sword.
Okay. Why not?
She's just gonna kind of sit like so, and this little fella is just going to crawl like there.
All right, and he's the leader, so I will now shoot you with my HMG again. You can try and shoot back.
Yep.
Half burst.
Half burst goes to 2, goes to 1.
Okay. Nice each.
14. 9.
10. You hit. HMG 15.
Armor 4 goes to 7.
No, you're not going to 7 because you started to cover.
Okay, so armor 4, he takes a wound.
All right, well, I blew the rest of my command tokens to put my 3 Fusiliers into the primary pool, and that means I've got 8 orders in the primary pool now because he killed 5 guys. And Lieutenant. All right, first order on Mrs. Orc here. She's going to idle as her first short skill.
There's a good chance.
Oh, she's sorry. I guess she'll just, yeah, she'll idle. Why not? You're spitfiring. I'm going to get 3 dice in. So you'll get 1 dice back.
13, physical 13.
Yeah.
It's better to shoot you.
Better shoot me at this point because you could kill me.
5% chance.
All right, I'm -3, so I need 11s as a cover. I hit you not at all. You hit me once. And take a wound. Well, this is just all going swimmingly well. So let's put another order on her.
Welcome to Human Sphere 3.
Seriously. And move 0 again. Go for it.
Crit.
11s to that. I get you once. So
now I'm
15. Armor 7, that's right. So 8 plus. Nope. Take out the wound. Unconscious. Order on Bot. He's going to idle. Actually, sorry. We're not going to do that. We're doing order on whoop,
There you go.
little fella here. He's going to drop a repeater. And he won't bother moving at all. He's going to drop it in base to base. And then we're going to use an order on this fella. Long skill. He's going to support wear the remote. Give him marksmanship level 2. And now we're going to put an order on the Bot. And he's going to maintain cover and just move forward whoop, in contact like so.
Time fire a heavy rocket.
Go for it.
Blast mode.
Okay. You got 1 on a 15. I'll have 3 on an 11 because I'll ignore your cover for marksmanship level 2. Missed. Take 3. 15.
1 goes to 4.
Yeah, you got it. So 12 plus. Take 2.
Gone.
It's doesn't matter because it's shock. Order on Orc. Orc is just going to slide out slightly to see Mr. Hospitaler. Whoop, over there. So he's going to dodge. I'm shooting through the saturation zone in cover. So I'm +3 for range because I'm just at 32. So it's straight dice on 14s against your 14.
Nope.
Fail. Crit. And then 2 misses. So you just take a wound. Okay, you're religious, so you'll have to try and...
I have Joni. Inspiring presence
that's right.
lets me choose the outcome.
That's right.
So
lets
I'm
you
just
choose the
going
outcome.
to not be in line of sight anymore.
You'll pass to fail. All right, another order going on Ms. Orc, and she's going to move back 4 to here. Whoop. So he's going to fire a rocket from his light rocket launcher in hit mode. I'm in an HMG. You get 17 because you're inside 16. I get 14s because I'm just at 0. 3 dice to 1. Go for it. Well, that's 17. No, 14s. Damage 15?
14.
14?
Yeah.
All right, so I need a 10, 11 plus. Of course. I'm good.
Okay.
That's a fail, so I'm going to move towards cover. It'll be 2, no, it has to be backwards. It's going to be 2 inches. I'm not inside the zone of occlusion.
Yeah.
Which means I have to duck back out again on my next order. All right, last order. We're going to do the same thing we did before, because unfortunately I moved away. But we're going to move out and move back so that I can get to +3, whoop, like so. Now I'm at 17s. Yeah, you're at 17s.
Nope.
I like it. Take 3. Damage 15. 12 plus.
Nope.
Okay, we're on to turn 2. A merciless, bloody first 2 rounds. So you should have 7 orders remaining because I've killed 3 guys. Order the Link team.
We're going to make Dr. Spitfire the leader.
Okay.
And he's going to head this way,
Sounds good.
along with this one,
Constance.
and this one, and the paramedic.
So there's no arrows because I don't think anyone can see.
Okay. And then just going to slide up. Constantinos is going to bump against the edge of the zone.
Yep.
And then so is this guy. And the paramedic's just going to move up a bit more. He couldn't make it.
Other order.
Yep.
Gonna come around the corner.
He's just going to come out to see her,
Okay.
which he can there. He's 3rd hidden currently.
Yep. The civilians are tokens. They don't block anything. And they cannot be killed in any way. I'll shoot you with HMG. You'll shoot me with a Spitfire. So you're -3. I'm at +3. Burst 4 because you're +1 from the link. I'll get 1 shot at 14. 9s. You just crit me? You did, didn't you?
Yep.
Sometimes you eat the bear.
Another order. Link team's going to go. He's going to move up to the edge as well and stop. So they've all stopped now when they reached it.
Mm-hmm.
They can just vault this because it's shorter than they are. So we're going to give them another order. We'll keep the Spitfire as the leader.
Okay.
He's just going to advance up.
Everyone else just
Vaulting
vaulting over
anything
stuff.
that's
Yep, it's in the way.
between them. He's a little bit behind.
Moving again. Your
gonna
second skills.
Get up to the edge of that alleyway. And following along.
Another move. This is order number 5.
This is order number, 5. Moving right up. No arrows.
Nope.
I think we have basically impunity until we stick our heads out.
Yep.
Oh, but you're in the way, Mr. Dead Body.
Now it's gonna mill about right there.
Mm-hmm.
Another order. This is order number 6.
We're gonna
One
make
left
the
after
para
this.
the leader.
Yep. He's gonna doctor.
Doctor and move.
Okay.
And they're just going to get out of the way a bit. He's a paramedic. He is not a doctor.
That's right. So
I have to
phys
do
minus
physical
3.
minus 3, which is a 10 on a Montesa because they're only physical 13. God was it.
He's back up with 1 wound. Going to use her free coordinate with her, whatchamacallit, her lieutenant.
Inspiring presence.
Yep.
We're going to make him the link lead, or the leader of the coordinated.
So you're gonna, okay, yeah, so it's going to be this little
Montesa,
fellow. Yep.
and then these two back here. Doctor is just going to crawl up to the,
It's crawl 2.
he's going to crawl 2, that's right, and not make it to the zone yet. Joni is just going to poke her head around the corner.
He's going to back up.
He'll walk this way for 4. And
Second
he's gonna
move.
continue walking away.
Okay, on the edge there.
Where he hits the spot.
Yep. Johnny's going to stay where she is. Cool, and you got one last regular order.
Going to the link team.
Okay.
We're going to make the Spitfire the leader. He's going to poke his little head out and look at those delicious auxilia that are down there.
Okay. So these ones right here? Or these ones back here?
I think both.
Okay.
Or sorry, he can see these two and that guy because
Yep.
he's shorter than the aux spot.
Okay.
And then that's what they're going to do.
Okay, so we are going to dodge, shoot. Actually, you couldn't be able to see him. Dodge, and then shoot as well. So they're all going to shoot then.
Except for the dodgy bots.
The 2 dodgy bots, yeah. He's going to get 2 shots. Everyone else is going to get 1. So the front guy, it's 2 against 1. You get +3.
15s. I get an 11.
I get 6. Nope. So arm 1. Good.
Yep, exactly it.
Passed. So now you've got 1 and 1 against Mr.
Sure.
Who you want to do?
The
Auxilia?
auxilia.
Okay. So 6 as well.
I get
4. 12, I miss. So I take a hit. Arm 1. I'm good. Guts test. I pass.
Good. And the hacker. Got him on a 4.
6. No, I miss. I need a 14 again. Nope, he's being conscious. We're going to dodge and dodge. So dodge for him. Unopposed. Passes. The other one fails. So he's going to get to move. Zone, but he's going to get closer to you. I would line
Well, you can move up. You can go up to 4.
Yeah,
right?
he's going to go up to there.
Yeah.
All right. First order. I got 6 orders here. I'm going to put on the aux team. Bot is going to move 6 over to. I don't think you can. No, you're prone. You can't see me with that guy because you can't see over the flower pots.
Mm-hmm.
Move 6 this way, like so.
And we're counting these as solid, like we always do. Right?
Yeah. Edges are solid. We're going to go 4, like so. Whoop. And we'll.
Spitfire's gonna take a shot at you.
Okay, we'll shoot along the way. So shooting back. You get 2 shots on.
1 shot.
1 shot, right?
Zone.
Suppression zone on 17.
15.
15.
Yeah. 15. 3.
2 shots on 6s. Nope. So hit me once. Arm 1. Let's try something new. 5 left. We are going to give an order to Bot, and he's going to go through the narrow gate. Whoop, over to here. The Spitfire, yep.
Dodge.
Okay. I'm going to put 3 into the Spitfire, and then just let you dodge. 8s. You're at straight
12.
dice. 12. 10. Crit.
Down he goes.
Break the link too, which is good. You get to make your dodge. Fizz 14.
13.
13.
Pass.
Okay, so you get to move 2.
And he is just gonna zip right in behind here.
Another order on body. He's going to come down the stairs. Heading over to here. Just drop him the last little bit. Boop, I'll be in the open to you. So I can see this fella. On 15, I'll be on 8.
combi rifle.
Yep.
11.
Crit.
Nope.
Nope, hit me once. Arm 0. Alright, activate these guys. They're going to move because nobody can see now. We're going to go 6 and 4. Oops, for the other guy. Just going through his friend because he's unconscious. He hits the zone right here and stops. They both hit the wall. And that's the first order. Last order, they're just going to move up. 1 and 2. It's my turn 2. So you've got
7 orders.
7 orders because
We
you brought
lost
somebody back to
him.
life. That's right. This is getting in order.
He's gonna try and rescue this guy.
Okay. So moving to base to base.
Whip check against 13.
Passes.
So he's gonna be
He's
carrying
synced to him. Yep.
And
Another order. Yep.
the doctor,
Okay.
paramedic rather. And he's just gonna move. I don't think he's within 4, so you can't go right to it.
Just to move.
Everybody's dead over
Move
there.
again. Yep.
And then he'll just move again.
Another order to move into base to base and try and pick him up.
Well, he's second skill.
That's right.
again,
Yep.
but
So he's synced to
gets
you.
it. Oh, I should have moved and synced. Over.
Yep.
Coordinate. We're gonna coordinate those. Oh, we can't. They're
You can't
synced.
coordinate them. That's right. They're synced.
Never mind. Well, I guess this isn't gonna work.
You can get someone back if you want.
Yep. We're gonna just have the little order sergeant go.
So move.
4,
Yep.
8 to the bottom of these steps.
Okay. And
4, and then he's gonna hit the wall,
yep.
and then he'll go again. and he should be able to get right into our deployment.
Yep, leaving it and then go 4 again.
And he'll just hide out back here.
Owner of the main pool is going to be Joni.
Yep. Joan's going to go 4.
Okay.
And then she's just going to move again because everybody's dead.
He's a lieutenant, yep.
On herself. And she's just going to stand at the edge to look at that axe spot.
Okay. Well, you'll be able to see him over top too because he's shorter.
Sure.
Okay. So I'm going to shoot you with him.
Okay.
I'm going to dodge with the bot. 2 shock shots. I'm in cover, so you're -3/+3. So 15s. Okay. So 12. Hit you back on +3. So 15s. 2. Hit twice.
Damage 13.
Dead. So I start my turn 3, but it's irrelevant because I'm in retreat and I just get to make my retreat moves, and that's game. So we'll count results. Secure the HVT. He's got, you need 1 in your zone.
Oh, it's in my
It's your zone, then dead zone, then deployment zone.
Right.
So you get none for this one.
Yeah.
So you get 1 for securing the HVT, 4 for having the deployment zones, 5. 0 is worth 2. Okay, so it's worth 2 actually. Sorry, so that's gonna be a total of 6.
Yep.
I'll have 0. You would actually score this guy. Sorry, it's the exclusion zone, not your half of the exclusion zone. So yeah, you would score this one. So you'll have 1, 2, 3, and 6 is 7 for 7-0. All right, so there we go. End of the game, 7-0. We were just discussing off camera this scenario. It certainly favors, here's the thing with the exclusion zones, they favor rushing. They favor going through because they actually mitigate defensive play. If you guys have ever watched me play, especially when I play NeoTerra, I build traps. It's what I do. I like to kill guys in the defensive turn because it costs you no orders and it makes it harder to achieve the mission. This is not a mission where you can do that because stripping dice out of a defensive pool is a way bigger deal than stripping 1 dice out of an offensive pool. Because you have ways of counterbalancing that, like being in a link or taking high burst dice.
More shots. Like there's nobody who's shooting usually less than 3.
That's right.
Rifles, machine guns, those are all 3 shots. So I'm always going to have a second dice on you in any situation we come across, except for the TR bot.
Yep, absolutely. And that was definitely sort of. I mean, I won't lie. I got some bad dice on my orcs. My orcs going down in one exchange.
They shouldn't have died. They should lose, but they shouldn't die.
Yeah, they should lose. They should lose the dice rolls, and at the very least, my bolts should still be alive because it should cost way more orders to dislodge guys who are armor 7 in cover.
Double 2 and then the 4-2.
No, it was double 2. Then you wounded the other one in the second exchange because you split your dice.
That's right.
And then the next exchange you just dropped him. It was like 2 orders, 2 dead orcs, and I was just like, go! What are you gonna do?
And then 1 order for 3 or 2 and 1. That's right.
2 and 1. He killed the other orc, the other team too, and it was just like, wow, okay.
No one brings Montesses. They're bad.
Well, so there you go. There's lesson number 1 for Humans Friend 3. Montesson and Duel Link's pretty good.
He just gets to bring his rocket friend with him when he goes across.
That's right. Especially in this mission where it does favor an assault. Because you have to assault. You have to go get the links, get the guys, clear out the defenders, and then pull back afterwards. So
they're also better when they don't have his own
jungle terrain too was a big deal because it meant that you ignored
they started right on the line because they had mech deploy. So they started touching it. So regardless of whether they have it or not, which I believe they do.
They do, yeah.
They're ACON. They started right there, so they just walk right in.
They just walk right in no matter what. Yeah. So they're a very useful one in this. If you're playing militaries or even just Pano and you can take them on Tessonite because you can just take 1. Yeah. Then you can drop them in and have them do some excellent blitzing.
I think the light rocket, he's 50 points and half a Swick. He's kind of expensive.
But he's a good pair to the Spitfire because he's got the same range bands.
Well, what's more is he starts, because like even if you're going to bring 1, is what I'm saying. Because the Spitfire is 50 and 2, so he's really expensive compared to the other
but he's also 8 to 24 with 2 shots with the rocket launcher.
But that's the thing, 8 to 24, 2 shots, it's a template, and he's starting halfway up the board. So if you bring just 1 of these guys and he just hangs out up in the middle of the board, you can put him on suppression with his combi if anyone comes close to him.
That's right. He's armed with everything. He's got a combi, a Blitzen, and a...
He's got a combi, a chain colt. A light rocket launcher, a breaker pistol, and a double action close combat weapon, or a shock class close combat weapon. Something like that. And he's armor 4. Because he's a knight.
Yep.
2 wounds.
Super useful. I can't really say a lot about how my army did because I didn't get a first turn with most of it.
You didn't really have a turn.
I didn't really have a turn.
Every one of your turns was like struggling to get back.
Yeah, I got to use an orc for 1 turn in my army, and she did great. I mean, she went the HMG orc. She murdered that.
They wounded her.
They did wound her, but she murdered both those dudes. Yeah. She also managed to partially damage the link later on. I think she dropped somebody, didn't she?
No, it was the TR bot killed the rocket.
That's right,
The link killed her.
The link killed her coming around the corner, but she dealt with both those knights, even though one of them came back later on.
We have a paramedic now in the link.
It's pretty good. Got to do that with with the fantastic physical attributes of the military in general, because they're on power armor. It's worthwhile bringing a paramedic. It's 50-50 or better.
Except for Teutonics, so
yeah,
you can
reroll it with, so you're 50-50 with a reroll, which is like 75%.
Yeah, and then when you have Joni, you get basically you're guaranteed, like you're not going to have those command, like you're never going to use the command tokens. Yeah. So, or at least I don't.
Yeah, this mission in particular too, I think favors duo links because it gets you there with order efficiency, and then you can break them later on to pull the guys out afterwards. I thought that was super useful.
Any link does that though.
You're right, but in this mission where you need to grab 4 things potentially,
that's true.
Being able to get 4 guys into where you need them to be and then break them up and run away.
You could totally have had double Montessa, double Father Knight. It's totally doable. And the link. You could do it.
I think what you're going to see later on as we play this mission more is we're just going to put 3 guys together. Why would you not put 3 civilians standing in a huddle?
Yeah.
Run a link over, grab them, and then walk away.
Yeah.
Because then you can't coordinate them because they're synced, but you can then get them into the 3 stages of where you need them to be.
I was thinking about it before why I put the 2 and 2. You copied me doing it, but you did it better where you put them.
I just put them next to each other. Yeah. Because that was my thought afterwards. I was like, why didn't I just not put them all on one side and just assault that flank? Because I don't care about the other one usually.
I was okay with them being split up because it meant that you had to defend 2 spots.
Yep, that's
which
true.
is exactly what you did. You put one side over there and the other side. So I'm like, no, wherever I go, he's only going to have half his army. Yep. He needs his whole army to fight me.
Yeah, I would fight one of your links or to fight your Montessas for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I had both things there. Well, the other link, the nice thing about the orcs is they're 4/4. So for heavy infantry, they're fast. They're not like medium infantry. Like my bullets are not going to want to slog across the board because they'd be going 2-2 through the zone. So they are literally the zone defenders. They would have, if they'd gotten a turn, they'd been throwing drop bears everywhere.
Drop bears,
which would ruin your day because then you're not coming anywhere near these guys without these guys. Well, you can shoot the drop bears in the way because they're not camouflaged. Yeah. But I could throw the drop bears somewhere where you can't see them on the way in. So if you go try grab those guys, I can drop you with mines and stuff like that too. So yeah, having a turn would have been good. I did get greedy with deployment zones. Honestly, I feel like I should have gone first. I think going first in this mission is probably pretty key. So if you do end up playing this mission, I think that's a consideration, is just getting in the guy's zone, getting in his face and locking down those troops because
maybe. I think,
it depends on your
army.
army.
I think not trying to fight straight up. Just hide. Don't have anyone that can see anyone. Just take cover. Let them do their turn. Let them fight to get halfway across the board because everyone's moving once, waiting, and then moving again.
Yeah.
And then on your turn, go in and kill them because they're all fighting in a suppression zone.
Or kill the portion of your army that's gotten in there because you're not going to get your whole force into that zone in one turn, probably in the first turn, especially if you order strip the guy or you keep him from coordinating or whatever it is you want to do to try and keep that mitigated. With a link team, it's almost always better to strip orders because he's not going to coordinate 5 of those models if he's got a core link. 2 in my case, I have a core link and a Harris link as well. So yeah, interesting game, super fun. If you want to check out Owen's game, we'll be playing the next mission in the book. We'll be probably using the same armies. Hopefully I'll do better. We do have a tradition where I do very, very poorly on my own channel when I play Owen, and then he does very, very poorly on his channel when we play. So let's see if that's true.
Yep. Unless it's a game we both don't know how to play.
That's true, and then you just win automatically because you're the idiot savant that picks up games instantly. So we're gonna have a link to that in the video description below. You can go check it out. We'll see you guys for more Radio Free NeoTerra next week as we'll cover more of Human Sphere 3. Till then, I'm Ash the Zone.